Hey guys, this is Apostle Eda. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Yes, I'm coming on early today. I want to share something with you guys, especially those that are in these ATRs, especially those that may be new in this journey. I do teach Universal. Good morning, darling. How you doing? Thank you for being with us. As you guys are notified that I'm live, I'm going to be sharing some information with you guys. And this is hope for many of you guys that you will have a more healthier spiritual journey in these practices. Whether you're in Ifa, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, whether you're in Palo, it doesn't really matter. I've been in this thing. Hello, how y'all doing? Thank you guys for chiming in. Some of you guys have been looking out for me and chiming for me. My greatest thing is I love spirituality. I do have certain ATR practices that I like and I have enjoyed and I have benefited from. But when it comes down to it, I love spirituality. I love everything about the divine feminine, the divine masculine. I enjoy the relationships of the ancestors. I enjoy the communing with nature and everything. The knowledge is the growing of this lifestyle. Thank you so much, Brother Johnny. All right. We also have Felicia. That's me. Okay, now come through. Good morning to you as well, darling. And guys, as you're being chimed in, I cannot believe that we are so close to 10,000 on TikTok. I think we are maybe 15 or 12 people away from new followers. We will be 10,000. We are almost. What's up, Peter Miller from Trinidad? All right, Sagittarius. Guys, I got on here because I don't want some of you guys to go through certain things if I can give you some enlightenment of what to look for in order for Monique, girl, are you off today? Cancer. My Cancer. I don't know. All right, Gemini in the house. Whoop, whoop. All right now. Guys, one of the things that when I teach universal laws, I want to say before we get started, hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. Oh, you off today? Okay. Good. So when I share this, these are the cards that I read from, the 72 names of God. Now, the reason why I came on here, there's a passage of scripture in the Bible that talks about how when people were looking at Paul and looking at Apollos, and they were saying, I'm of Paul and I'm of Apollos. And when you get into these ATRs, thank you so much. Repent means to change my mind, which I'm not going to do. My heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord. And then Yahshua, Jesus, there's no J in Yahshua. You got the last part of your statement right. That's Lawrence. You got Yahshua right, but you have to understand that's the Christ energy. And that comes from Egyptology, which is Egypt. And they practice dealing with the dead. So if you don't understand what you are quoting there, I wouldn't come in my live because I'm very well versed in the ATRs. Okay? So thank you so much. What's up, Kimberly Ashay? What's up, Mama Susan? Now, the reason why I want to talk about this and it's to give light to those that want to get beyond the mud. Okay? I had an old Jamaican man tell me when I was going through certain things in the church. He told me, he said, you got to learn how to eat the meat and spit out the bones. And it's kind of that same concept. And I know that a lot of you guys may admire different people, whether it's on social media, whether it's in the family, or certain spiritual practitioners. And that's all good and fine because I have certain people that inspire me. I have certain people that I really look up to. I have people that I'm just cool with. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily agree on everything when it comes to spirituality, but I have a respect for their practice. I have a respect for the things they do. I also want to say hello, good morning to my Madrina and my Padrino, my church family, my loved one, my TikTok family, my Instagram. Listen, I'm excited about my journey in the respect that I'm excited enough to share some wisdom with you guys that in this practice, you got to learn to get beyond the mud, which is the mess. You got to learn that no matter how good of intention of even me, myself, I am just not a perfect person. I have shortcomings. I have things that I'm dealing with. There's things that I'm overcoming. You got to get beyond the mud. You got to get beyond the dirt. You got to get beyond the mess of things. And do not forget why you started your spiritual journey. There's a lot of people out here that you guys are looking up to. And one thing about me, if you know your stuff, I'm going to give you your kudos. I don't care if you're a fire sign, water sign, earth sign, or air sign. If you know your stuff, you know your stuff. At the end of the day, you're supposed to be getting into your ATRs to learn. You're not supposed to be getting into the ATRs to get into the mud, okay? If I got an issue with something, I'm going to use myself as an example. If I have an issue with somebody or something, I'm not going to involve my church. I'm not going to involve my family. I'm not going to involve my children. And that's just me, okay? That ain't everybody. There are some people, when they get into stuff, they want everybody involved. This is the mud. Do not get beyond the mud. When you're trying to learn hoodoo, learn hoodoo. You're not trying to learn what I like and I don't like. If you're trying to learn voodoo, learn voodoo and not get into the mud. Get beyond other people's personal issues that they have in their life or going on their life and learn what you need to be learning. If you're there to learn the foundation of the elementals, or you're there to learn about the laws or learn certain ceremonies or get your initiation, that's what you're there for. Do not get beyond the mud. I'm going to use myself as an example in my teaching this morning because I want many of you guys to understand. Certain people don't have certain ethics. Certain people don't have certain moral codes. It doesn't mean that the practice that they're in does not have them, but they personally do not do this. God bless you in the name of Jesus. He's the only way. No, he's not. Jesus is not the only way. Just like there's more than one way to get to your house, Jesus is not the only way. Okay? And his name is Joshua. Okay? He said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. Watch out who you're talking to. Okay? Now my purpose is, and that's what I mean, get beyond the mud. All of us practitioners have different temperaments. A lot of times people get onto these social media platforms and they're not used to attention. They're not used to people giving them. They're not used to having following. They're not used to people looking up to them, and that stuff goes to their heads. They have not gotten over certain ego situations in their life, and that's a personal thing. And you got to learn as you're following us or you're looking at us and you're being inspired by us, that you yourself as an individual have to get beyond the mud. If I got an issue with my baby mama, that's my issue. That ain't for my saints to get involved. That's not for my children to get involved. That's not for my godchildren to get involved. That's not for my madrina and my padrino to get involved. That is something personal. Because guess what? Who I dislike, you may not dislike. Who you like, I might not like. That's mud, okay? If it is going to hinder your spiritual journey, then you need to pay attention to that. But other than that, that is something that Apostle Eli is going through. You understand? If my stomach is upset, that don't mean your stomach upset. That doesn't mean you don't have to be concerned about me. And if I want your help, doesn't mean you can't help me. But I want many of you guys, as you're going on in this spiritual journey, and if you really want the beauty of the ATRs, you have to get beyond the mud. Nobody can draw me in their mess. Because if I want to get in some mess, I can do it all on my own. I have my sister Kim will tell you. She'll tell you she made me a cup called Petty Pee Wee. I can be petty all by I don't need your pettiness. Y'all understand? I don't need nobody to start a war because I'm a fighter myself. I don't need nobody to get me involved in nothing. Because if I want to get engaged in anything, I am man enough. I'm 49, almost 50 years old. I don't need nobody to get me in no drama. Come on here, somebody. I really need y'all to understand that in these spiritual practices, a lot of these people are not whole. They're not complete in themselves. They may be good in their practice, but they have personal issues. And you as an onlooker, how do I find people in my area that practice the ATRs? I personally, you have to speak to your ancestors. Because even people that practice the ATRs, everybody don't practice and believe in the same thing. I just like every Christian don't believe in God the same way. Everybody that live in the same church, go to the same church, got the same pastor, same mom and daddy, they still do not believe in the same thing. So understand that as you get in this journey. My purpose of coming on today, if you want me to read for you, I'll do that too. But my purpose is to help you understand how I personally do not get involved in the mud with other people. One of the things that I do, I know myself. You understand? I remember growing up, if my mama didn't like somebody, I didn't like them. I grew up, if my grandma didn't like somebody, I didn't like them. There was no rhyme or reason. I went along to get along. You understand? But when you become a man, you put away your childish thing. And a lot of people that are in these ATRs have not put away their childishness. It's just plain and simple. They might be good at root work. They might be good at voodoo. They might be good at Santeria. They may be good at Lukumi. They may be good at Palo. But at the end of the day, they're very childish. They have not grown out of certain things. You really don't understand the ATRs. Basically, in a nutshell, all civilization started in Africa, or what they call Africa, that massive land. And the people from that land created spiritual systems. And then everybody else, based off of the African system, they created their other system. Because once you learn, this is just like if you learn how to make a cake from your mama or your daddy, and they taught you how to make a pound cake. If you learn how to make a pound cake, then you can turn around and make a strawberry cake. Then you can turn around and make a vanilla cake. But your foundation came from your mom and daddy teaching you how to make a pound cake. Well, every religion that is out there, every spiritual practice came from the system of the ATR, the African tradition. They changed different things. They started using their own belief system, but the foundation of that practice is ATR. Yes, thank you. So my thing is, can I have a picture of your background? Yeah, I think I could do that. Have you sent me your email? Yeah. And let me tell y'all something. I've been in this a long time. A lot of you guys get caught up in the mud is because you don't have enough knowledge. You're not asking questions. It is nothing. If you are a real tata, a mumbo, a preacher, a pastor, an evangelist, a hugan, or if you love your craft, who don't want questions? If you don't want to be questioned, it's not talking about being disrespectful. I'm talking about people asking legitimate questions of trying to understand. If there are certain things that I have not been initiated in, I should not be speaking on those things. That's just common sense. If there's things that I do not practice, I shouldn't be speaking on those things. I have a right to love what I do, but what I don't have a right to do is put down what somebody else is doing. If that's how you want to do. You're quite welcome. Okay, thank you. So when you think about growing, one of the things, a couple things that I do. When I got older, if I'm going to practice something, I go and study. The Bible says, study to show yourself approved, a workman that need not to be made ashamed. It is too many of you guys that are, y'all don't have both feet. You got your whole body in hoodoo. You got your whole body in voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Palo. You got your whole body immersed in the ATR, but you have not did any homework. You have did no study. So you don't know if somebody's telling you the truth or not. That's why I tell you guys, I don't have a problem with you verifying my work. I don't have a problem with you guys questioning certain things, because at the end of the day, that's your soul. If you don't care enough about your soul, your energy, your ashe, your frequency, that you will just let somebody blindly tell you something, and you don't want to authenticate or make sure, you just want me to say, okay, because you say it's Gucci, it's Gucci. Because you say it's Finny, it's Finny. Because you say it's 24 karat gold. No, if I'm going to ingest or take in what you're giving me, I need to know it's real. I need to know that it is according to my ancestors. And I'm going to constantly talk to my ancestors. Is this what you want me to do? If this is who you want me to work with? If this is what you want? Because it's us. I'm not just giving my blood, my sweat, and my tears to something because it's a fad or it's cool. A lot of you guys, whether you want to admit it or not, you think talking tough means that the person is powerful. You think, like most people, like, listen, before I had these elekes on, before I had all this other stuff on, I was laying hands on people, they were recovering, I was raising the dead. When I was known as prophet, before I became an apostle, before I got in voodoo, Santa, any of those, I was already operating these things. It's too many of you guys coming into these ATRs looking for identity. You're looking for acknowledgement. You're looking for validation. And baby, that is a recipe for mud. If you don't learn anything else from Apostle Ely, being grounded in who you are, whether you have the best of attitudes or not, at least you know who you are. Even if you don't have all the money in the world, you may be on a fixed income, you may have a limited income, you may be smart, you may be mentally challenged. It does not matter. In order to be successful and get beyond the mud, you must be anchored in self. This is why I tell you guys about astronomy. This is why I tell you about astrology. Know your energy, know your frequency, know your vibration, because you can't be anything other than yourself. If you want to be real, if you want to get beyond the mud of your spiritual practitioner, then what you need to understand is some things have nothing to do with me. It has to do with them and the individual or the individuals. I do not get into this. If I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you because of your practice. If I'm riding with you, because we're going into the same direction. If we're having a conversation, it's because two minds are in agreement. I'm not just getting involved with you because of what you're going through. No, I like to be around people that know how to overcome situations, because guess what? They may show me a different way of how to deal with situations. I'm a father of 3. I am a father of 3 males, black males. Y'all hear me real good. I do not involve my children in my mud. The name of my beasts are elekes. Listen. I want y'all to understand this. It's a lot of mud out here. And you can get caught up and become blinded. And you totally miss why you even started the path in the first place. Just like they have drama in the church, they got drama in these ATRs. Huh? Somebody trying to take somebody else's man, they jealous. Like, we make a soap opera about everything. I mean, these religions are so beautiful, so powerful, so worth your time, your energy, your money, your soul. It's worth it. It is totally worth it. But you can get caught up in the mud of other people's personal issues till you totally miss what the spirit or your ancestors even initiated you into that. Okay? Do not listen. If they got problems with their baby mama, that's their problem. If they're your leaders, if I want to start a fight, whether I start a fight or a fight start with me, this is Wednesday, y'all. As above, so below. This is road opening. This is for you to make a decision. The Bible says how you halted between 2 opinions. The reason why a lot of you guys get caught up in people's mud because you don't have your own mind. You don't have your own mind. You don't have your own identity. Just like you shouldn't get married unless you got your own. Do not be joining with people if you don't know who you are. Don't be expecting people to be so honest and so real, because at the end of the day, everybody got their own personal journey. You got to know the purpose of you getting your readings and getting your insight is so you can find out about self. And so when you find out about self, you should learn what resonates with self. Why are you attracted to Apostle Ely? Why do you resonate with me? What is it about me? So you don't get caught up in my mud. Whether it's today, tomorrow, 5 years from now, 5 days, 5 seconds, it don't matter. You can still learn from me because you understand why you are resonating. Does this make sense? Some of you guys get into an ATR, you put down your crystals. Some of y'all get into an ATR, you cut off friends. Them friends is the reason why you was able to pay your rent. How you gonna let somebody tell you in any ATR to bite the hand that feeds you? Why would you I don't care if she's got 14 crowns on her head. Why you gonna let her tell you to leave Mr. Charles alone and that's how you pay your bills? Unless she gonna pay your bills, then she need to understand that Mr. Charles, because if she a seer or a diviner, you can throw down your bones, your rooms, you can throw down your coconuts, you can throw your ass down. If you ain't gonna take care of me, and you're not gonna pay my bills, and you're not gonna consider how I pay my bills, I can't go along with that. I don't care if you root man, root woman, ta-ta, mumbo, Because the spirits of my ancestors need to be taken care of. And unless you're going to have somewhere for me to put my altars at, you need to consider, as a spiritual practitioner, what I'm dealing with and what I'm going through. When my son went to California, I did not want my son to go to California because he lacked certain things. And it was far away from home, and I did not really have connections over there like that, okay? But I was not going to take care of him. He was grown. He had a right to make his decision. Because I'm an apostle, because I'm gifted, I did not burn any candle. I didn't tell the ancestors to block his pathway, close his road. I didn't ask them to make it hard from him. Because if I can't help you, I'm not here to hurt you. And that's my own child. And he been over there over 5-6 years living. Okay? It is not your job as an elder or a tata or mumbo to run people's life. Your ancestors' job is not to run your life. They're there to guide you in your own personal destiny. And that's why a lot of you guys get caught up in the mud. Yes, I want you to love me. Yes, I want you to support me. But I don't need you to get caught up in the mess. That's my job, to handle my situations, because I don't need you to fight my battles if I say I got the power. I don't need you to get involved in my skirmishes or my disagreements, because I'm supposed to have the knowledge. If I did not have the knowledge, I shouldn't be out here on social media. If I know that I'm going to claim to be in the Christian church, because that's what apostles, the Christianity, the umbrella, I understand where they're coming. I know people going to come and have problems with me. It is my job to know what I'm stepping into. It is not your job. And you shouldn't have to defend me based off of somebody disliking what I do or disliking what I'm practicing. That ain't your job. That's my job. I should be able to defend. I'm an apostle. I'm here to defend the gospel. The gospel of what I believe in. Okay? The premises of where. And that's why I'm trying to encourage many of you guys. If you want to get beyond the mud, and when you're doing your spiritual work and you like certain practitioners, I was telling you guys about my banishing oil and different products I have on my website. This is why this stuff is important. People don't want to hear this. Baby, let me say something. It's okay to be messy. If that's who you is, that's what you into. Like they said, you can clean up the pig, but the pig gonna get right back in that mud. Some of y'all wasting time, and y'all know y'all got messy friends. Your voodoo, they're messy people in voodoo. They're messy people in Congo. They're messy. People are the same wherever you go. There's good and bad in everyone. There's a song out there. My website is in my bio. Let me explain why this is important. What's up there, Sister Brickhouse, Angie? Let me tell y'all something. You can waste a whole lot of your years and time blinded in mud. And then you'll turn around and say, it wasn't worth it that I was in voodoo, Santeria. When the truth is, you got caught up in the mud and you didn't go beyond the mud. I'm not here for anything. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. I'm telling y'all, the reason why I can keep moving in life, because I do not get caught up on what I'm passing through when I know I got a destination. I can get upset. I can get frustrated. I'm human like everybody else. I can get gas. I can have the burps. I can go through all of these changes just like everybody else. What's up from Ghana? Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you join my YouTube account, Apostle Samuel the Jr. What I don't want you guys to do is to get so bogged down in the mud you can't move forward in your spiritual practice. That is not what this is about. You can find God in many paths because God is universal. You understand? Energy is every way. All is mine. And you can learn from Buddha. You can learn from Muhammad. You can learn from shamanism. You can learn from being a mystic, or Ajay, a witch. There's so much wisdom out here for you guys. But what you don't want to do as you going on your journey, to get caught up in the mud. Learn how to eat the meat and get rid of the bone. I'm not going to stop eating fish because of the bone. There's nothing wrong with these ATRs. It's the people that is in it, and then you get caught up in their mess. And now all of a sudden you saying all Christians that way, all Muslims that way, all voodoo people that way, all conjure people that way, all hoodoo people that, and it's not the truth, sir and ma'am. It's just not the truth. You don't want, it is that you came in wanting to be led. You came in wanting somebody else to do your work. You came in wanting to be a part of something, and you forgot your own personal identity. No, you can't confuse me. I got my own agenda. Even I got my godmother, I got my godfather, but I got my own agenda, I got my own mind. I know what's good for me, I know what ain't good for me. I done studied enough about self. I understand who I am. I understand what my purpose is, because my purpose and destiny ain't going to change whether I'm practicing voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo. What God created me to be and function in, I'm going to still be that. I'm going to be a Sagittarius. It's a sign if you drawn to magic, hoodoo, etc. Exactly. But what happened is, the reason why y'all keep getting off the train, keep getting off the plane, keep getting off the bus, because you getting caught up in the mud. I'm just telling you, you know when somebody is in their own issues. When I tell you I don't want to be bothered, don't tell me, oh, you supposed to be a pastor. I told your ass I don't want to be bothered. I'm not in the right state of mind. That's okay. Actually, it's healthy. Acknowledging when you're just not there. Acknowledging when you're tired. Acknowledging when you're being frustrated. Some of y'all call that mess. That's not mess. That's somebody giving you some. They acknowledging when they at a certain point. When they at a certain point of capacity. You don't want somebody every time you talk to them, they act like everything going good, because that's just not the truth. I don't care if you practice voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo. Let me tell y'all something. That's right. Somebody said even Jesus needed time alone. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care if you practicing voodoo, hoodoo, Congo, mystic, whether you light, dark. Women still getting pregnant. So that means they having sex. Thank you so much for being the first time in my life. I'm a Sagittarius. I give it like a TI is. I don't have time to be lying to you, because I ain't finna lie to myself. So if you want to hear the truth, you want somebody to guide you, and you got certain issues, this ain't the lie for you. But John said, I know my identity. Exactly. Let me tell y'all something. Some things are not going to change. It doesn't matter what the tradition is. If you don't anchor yourself in your identity and not what people telling you and not what people want you to be, and you're going to get caught up in the mud. If you want to be accepted by the Tata or the Mambo or the pastor or whoever, you're going to be all over the place, and you're going to constantly be in some mess. Get beyond that. Grow your ass up. Realize you are not there for their mud. You are there for the practice. You're not there for what they like to do and what they don't like to do. Who they favor. I don't care. That ain't my concern. I'm with my madrina because of my practice. I'm with my padrino because of my practice. All that other stuff, listen. I remember me and my son, older son, got into it. And he said something to me. I said, hold on. I said, the only dick and nuts I'm concerned about is mine. Huh? Them yours. I'm just giving you wisdom. Some of y'all don't understand. You need to be concerned about what's going on with you. And you ain't looking at what's really going on. And you getting caught up in the mud. And now you missing the whole purpose of why y'all in a relationship. Why y'all even in covenant? Why y'all even in unity? Why y'all even talking? Why y'all even got each other phone number or email or text messages? There's a reason why me and you together. And it's not for the mud. Y'all understand? I am here to learn or to be in or assisted or to assist in my journey. End of story. I am not concerned about all that other stuff. If I'm working with the Loas, I work with this. If I'm not dealing with the Loas, I got Everclear. I don't have it up here with me. When in Rome, I function. When I ain't in Rome, I function. A lot of you guys do not take out the time to understand and study culture. You just want to walk into certain things and do what you did learn from home. That, sir and ma'am, is incorrect. That's how you getting caught up in the mud. The way you and your mama, daddy did it in y'all house is not how you go out into the real world. Because other people don't know your mom and daddy, don't care nothing about your mom and daddy. who they like, who they don't like. All they know that you coming in and you crossing over their boundary. If somebody tell you that they don't want to do certain things or initiate you because you gay, that is their prerogative. Find somebody else that don't got a problem with you being gay. If somebody don't want to be around fat people, then find somebody that want to deal with fat people. If somebody don't want to deal with dark-skinned people, fine. If you don't like black people, I don't care. That's mud. I'm here for my spiritual journey. I'm going to find somebody that like black people. There are some white people that love every inch of black people. Find them. There are some Cuban people love every inch of dark-skinned people. Find them. Why are you wasting time about what somebody's personal preference is? So what? There's plenty houses out here. My father have many mansions. There's a Tata out there for you. There's an Ajay out there for you. There's a hoodoo man out there, a hoodoo woman. There's somebody for everybody. There's somebody that love your buck teeth. There's somebody that love your cockeye. Why you worried about? Don't come mess with me because all I'm going to do is talk about you. Don't waste none of your time, money, or energy with me because I'm never going to kiss you because your teeth is crooked. You're never going to get this. All I'm going to do is make jokes about you. Find somebody that do not have a problem. That's how you stay out of the mud. You don't have control over what other people are into. Some of y'all try to force how you feel or what you think people should accept on other people. Find your tribe. I didn't say find who look like you. I say find your tribe. Find the people you resonate, because guess what? The people you resonate with don't mean you're going to agree with them all the time. That resonating with somebody has nothing to do with that we got to see eye to eye or we got to want to go in the same direction. That is not what that's about. That's how you stay in the mud. Everybody, let me tell you something, anybody that agree with somebody 24/7 does not like you because they're lying to you. Nobody, even twins, do not agree. Ain't nobody the same. If you got somebody in your life that they're always in agreement with you about how you do it, how you say it, they lying to you. Whether you the leader or whether you the follower, nobody agree 24/7. Those are lies. Huh? Me and Mr. Mario get along really good, and I roll my eyes at him, and he roll his at me too. Cho do. Son of a Chosi and oil, you'll be sitting there looking at each other sideways. It's okay. Huh? You understand, y'all? This is real talk. If you want to get beyond the mud and still get what you supposed to get out of that person, then you got to understand that it's okay. Oh, I'm over here. I'm a Paul. I'm a Apollos. Oh, I'm over here. I'm Voodoo. I'm Santeria. I'm Lukumi. You supposed to be you. When my mom and my uncles and them get into it, I disappear. I don't get caught up in that. Because at the end of the day, that's still my uncle, that's still my mama, that's still my cousin. Huh? If you really involved and you are part, I was sitting there thinking about all the mud that, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say something personal to gay people. Gay, meaning bi, attracted to the same sex, or you like both sexes. Stop making your spirituality about your sexual preference. Just stop it. Huh? A straight man can be a liar. A straight woman can be a liar, carnal. If they don't want you in their practice, actually based off of their conduct and how they conduct their life, you shouldn't want to be a part of it. And you also shouldn't be a part of another select group because they're gay. Because if they messy and they're unhealthy, you don't need to be over there either. Stop trying to find somebody that got your same situation. How about finding people that resonate with your energy and your path? If you want to stay out of the mud, and if you don't want to be a part of the garbage, and you want to actually learn, if you want to learn how to be a Wiccan, if you want to stay out of other people's prejudice, that's what they don't like. I'm here to learn what you talking about. If you're going to teach me the elements, you're going to teach me the laws, if you're going to teach me how to do the veves, if you're going to teach me how to do the sacrifice, if you're going to teach me how to manifest and help and enhance my gift, I am here for it. All that other stuff, I ain't here for that. Because them your problem. And your spirits and your ancestors going to help you with those. That ain't my job. That's why I learned. That's why I stay out of a lot of stuff, y'all. That's why I could still love on people and deal with people, because I don't get in their mud. I say what I gotta say. I pass my opinion. As long as you don't put your, as my mama say, if you don't put your dick beaters on me, we good. We are good. As long as you put your hands on me, you can have every opinion in the world about me. It is your prerogative. That's your mind. You have a right to think whatever you think. Long as your thought and that energy don't come over here messing with what I got going on, long as you ain't conjuring spirits to bring that into my life, we good. Because you got a right to feel. When you start trying to change the opinions of other people about me, that's when we got a problem. Because how you feel and think is a personal journey. But when you're trying to affect the outcome of views of other people, of me, based off of your views, that's when it's a problem. But other than you just having your personal opinion, that's irrelevant to me. Some of y'all spend so much of your energy trying to change somebody's view of you. If you gave them $1 million right now, they're still going to think and feel the way they feel. And it don't matter if you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi. Huh? If you wait 500 years before you sleep with that man, the day you sleep with that man, he thought you was a hoe the first time he saw you. After them 500 years, he still think you's a hoe. You can't control, you cannot, there's nothing you can do about how somebody else thinks. What you can do is walk your journey. What you can do is remember why you first got into Voodoo, why you first got into Santeria, why you first got into Lakumi. Do not, sir and ma'am, get caught up in these the mud. Get beyond that. Tell them, I'm not here for that. If you warring with that house, that's you and they war. That's you, your Nganga, your pot, whatever y'all got going on. But me, I'm here to learn the principles and the foundation of this practice. That's what I'm here for. That's all I'm here for. Because I got my own battles to fight. I got my own enemies. I don't need your enemies. I got plenty of. I don't need your haters. I got my own. I don't need your side pieces. I got my own. If y'all really want to get beyond the mud, because some of y'all looking for the mud. Huh? You get up in the morning, you don't even wash your face. You don't, as my grandma said, you don't take the cat mess out your eye. You looking for the mud. And that's sir, ma'am, that's your business. I'm talking to people that really want to get into these ATRs and be successful, but you have to learn how to get beyond the mud. Come into my church, come into my life, come into my life and look for what I am teaching and I'm practicing and my ethics and the things that you find valuable. Accept that, all that other stuff you're not here for. That's why I don't get people involved in my relationship. If I'm not sleeping with you, why you need to worry about who I'm sleeping with? If I'm not, if you're not paying my bills, why you care of who in my house, who ride my car? That don't come before you. A lot of y'all get in the mud because you trying to get in people's personal business. Yes, I'm talking to you, Miss Nosy. Yes, I'm talking to you, Mr. Nosy. And that's whether you're in Christianity, Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi. You like to talk about people, but you ain't in no place to talk about nobody, no matter what ATR you in. Huh? You still got a 200 credit score, no matter whether you're in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, you need help. You ain't got time. You need to be trying to get your credit score up. That's what you got time for. Get beyond the mud, y'all. That is just real talk. Let me tell y'all something. I have people personally, I ain't did nothing. When I say I did nothing to them, because they don't even know me, I don't know them. But they have taken a position against me because they saw me coming. That's on them. And whatever takes place and happens to them, that's on them. But I'm not going to make that about and try to get everybody that follow me, that like me, to dislike them. Because that's mud. You understand? If people don't, let me explain something, y'all. And this is to all of you that like to go around and talk about people. You love it. Let me say it like this. Thank you, Mr. Mar, for my cash app. If that man is a dog, you don't have to tell her or him that. that people are going to see. People are going to recognize that that's a dog. If that's a cat, that's a squirrel. You don't have to be their personal advocate and let everybody know, here he comes, here come the dog, here come the liar, here come the cheater. You don't have to do that, because guess what? People are going to find them out. People are going to know them by the fruit they bear. Do not waste your time, because at the end of the day, they're going to reap what they sow. And that don't matter if they call it karma. That don't matter if they call it what go around, come around. And that's included. I go out because I do not do certain things because I don't want that stuff coming back in my life. I don't want that stuff falling on my children. Some of you practitioners going to make it very hard for your children, because you stay in the mud. And you're going to be bringing that mud, and you're going to smear your whole family, your whole bloodline with all that mud. And they're going to spend majority of their money and resources trying to clean themselves from the mud that you done left behind. I hope this makes sense. All of you that like to play in the mud and track mud around, you're going to always spend majority of your money cleansing yourself. And me personally, I don't want to spend my whole spiritual practice and my time on earth cleansing myself from mud, from my family, from people, places. No, I'm here. I want to learn. I want to evolve. I want to grow. That's why I got into this. That's the only reason. When I get stuff and I'm doing all these spiritual stuff like that, I got into elevate and evolve. All right, guys. All right, my godmother is here. Much love to each and every one of you guys. Much love. All right. I'll see y'all a little later today. All right, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Ooh, I did that wrong.